We're live. We're doing it. Mic check. 1, 2. What it do? We're back. It's your boys at the fucking Shark Stream, episode 23. Mako Condela, fucking Draco, Ron the Don, Toby One Kenobi, and my boy Rodney Twin Tweezy back to report the hottest fucking topics of the week. I hope y'all are ready, man. We're getting into it. We're live, and we're still fucking here.
It's the Jordan episode, technically.
Oh, yeah, it's our Jordan episode,
Jumpman episode.
Come fly with us.
Come fly with me.
Let's do it, man. Beautiful, man. Like to start the cast off every week, asking how my boys is doing, man. Oh, let y'all know, we had some Shark Stream basketball occur last weekend, man. It's pretty fucking lit, man. Whole cast is out there.
I was ass. I also almost died.
I was just about to say, Toby almost died.
We had to check up on him. Man.
Definitely not eating Chipotle before we play.
Wait, what did I miss? Did I miss something?
No,
I ate Chipotle before we came.
Okay.
So in the second game, I could feel it coming up, but I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know if you noticed when I kept stopping to take my inhaler, I just thought I was kind of having an asthma attack.
Oh my God.
That's what it felt like. Then after we finished the second game, I don't know if I guess it was the adrenaline left or whatever. Like when I went to sit down, my chest just tightened up, and it kept feeling like I was gonna vomit. And then the closer it got up, the more I could taste the Chipotle. And there was a sign of relief because I was like,
it's almost over.
It wasn't even that. It was I won't die of an asthma attack. I just might have to vomit. I was like, okay, we're good. I was just I just got to get it up. And I never actually vomited. So, my non-vomit streak is still going. But,
I actually keep streaks of that, too.
Yeah.
You're what, a non-vomit streak?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I be yakking like a man, bro. It's not even that I love throwing up. It's how I was just oh, damn. That's it. I have to throw up. I have the same type of relief. And I'd be like, oh, damn. Because I know at least if I throw up, I'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll feel better.
I think I threw up when I came back from Diana's party on Sunday, but I was drunk as shit, and I think it was more so all the other stuff in me was starting to wear off, and I was like, oh, dude, I want to go to sleep. So if I want to be able to lay my head down, let me just go ahead and do this.
I don't usually like throwing up. I don't usually throw up after I drink a lot of alcohol either. I think the only time I really enjoy getting it out is if I'm working out and I feel if I throw up afterwards, I feel I'm damn, I really did some shit. I really did some shit right now. My body's oh nah.
Overexertion, right?
Yeah.
It tends to happen
Dude,
a lot.
I've had moments when I was working with my dad heavy, bro. There would be, and it'd be a combination of me not eating correctly, not drinking things correctly, and not eating correctly, not drinking things correctly, being both mentally tired and physically tired. Yo, there would be days, and also hot. There would be days where all three of those things would be
combined
at once, and I'd be working and shit. I'd be I remember bro. This is when I got good at it. It'd be shit I'd be backing somebody up after I just drank a Red Bull with absolutely nothing on my stomach,
Look
but
at you.
fucking hot Cheetos and something. Yo, back it up, and they're I'm good. I'm
foods.
Yes, back it up. And they're I'm good. I'm yeah, you good. Yeah, keep coming, keep just casual. I'd be
no.
I'd be going. I was going through it, bro. I think literally no cap. I think
bro, you can throw up on command.
That's what they finally got to. Not like that, but it would be oh yeah. I'd be oh, I'm not feeling good. Yeah, I gotta throw up. I'll be right back, and nobody would even know what happened.
You handle the wooziness or the nausea well, then, because I never do. I hate the feeling of nausea.
My body will always tell me I don't like something.
Lightheaded, all that.
I don't really get all that nauseous before I throw up, unless it's because I'm sick. If I'm ill and I have to throw up because of that, then because I'm already nauseous. But having to throw up Friday, I wasn't nauseous. And the last time I threw up was 2 years ago. Damn, it was because I drank too much. Well, it wasn't necessarily because I drank too much, because I've drunk that much since.
And then throw up.
Just not the same way. I still remember everything I drunk that night.
The way you do it.
It's the way you do it.
Nah, bro, one knee down. Like Colin Kaepernick. Oh my God.
Even then, I wasn't that bad. It was just, it was funny because when we were riding back, I remember I went upstairs to mess with my homeboy. And then we were trying to go back downstairs, and I looked at the stairs, and it was one of them shits that went like this. They turned, and I looked back down at the stairs, and I was like, I can't make it. I was like, I can't make it. So this girl helped me downstairs. She was like, are you gonna be good? I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna crank up the lullaby channel, cut the heat on, and be good. And I gotta stop making those jokes, because everybody looked like, bro, don't drive. So my friend's wife took my keys. I was like, I wasn't like sober enough, but like I was conscious enough to be like, I'm not gonna drive. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep making these jokes that I'm gonna drive because I think they're funny.
A few people only can understand something.
Yeah, like, I was like, 'cause
they'll
I
just
think
always
they're
care
funny.
about your well-being. And I'm
So,
like, yo,
she
get the
took
dark
my
humor.
keys.
Yes.
And like they set me in like the back of their car, and I went back to their apartment. And as soon as I got out the car and we were walking, I again walked to my car because that's where I parked before I went. And then she grabbed me by like the ear and dragged me inside, and I think that's what did it. Cause like she grabbed me and yanked me. And then I just kinda, like I just moved her over. I was like, wait a minute, and then I just threw up.
Dude,
And then I came out and I was good.
bro, it's the tilt.
I also
bro.
got sober after I threw up.
But yes, that's the thing.
Like after
That's-
I threw up, I was like, all right,
Bro, I
I'm
literally,
good.
bro, that's what I'm saying. I literally feel like literally after I throw up, especially when I'm drunk, I literally pat myself on the back. I'll be like, all right, you did a good job.
Right, yeah.
I can go to sleep now. This is dead ass. I'll be
Throwing
like,
up is a
That's what I
healthy
did.
sign.
They gave me these powders so I wouldn't have a hangover. I went to sleep. It was like 4 a.m. I woke up at 7, grabbed my keys, and went home. I was like, bro, I'm sober. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Super easy, man. All right, man. What are we starting off with? The best streaming service?
I guess so, yeah.
Oh well,
That's
That was
about to
something
be
that we-
Paramount Plus,
That's something that we
apparently.
brought
It's
up
not.
a couple weeks ago.
let's talk about
what?
that.
We didn't get to.
From Avatar Studios alone, that makes me want Paramount
Wait,
Plus.
Paramount. But I'm sorry, you're
mean,
not. HBO
Paramount-
Max is HBO
I don't think
Max.
you're being HBO Max, but Paramount
Going to
Paramount
be.
does own what MTV. You know, they own all of Viacom, which is MTV.
They're a tyrant
Comedy
of their
Central,
own.
VH1.
I'm only
BET,
saying
Nickelodeon.
Hulu beats HBO Max because of the price. And
Yeah,
that's fair.
HBO doesn't have
and because
to be 15.
and because
That's fair, but
the
I
price
can pay
is
for my
still
HBO
the
Max.
price is
So.
still under HBO's, and I have Spotify to go with it.
Yes.
That's fair.
That's
But okay,
true.
but-
I don't
It's
pay.
the other way
That is a
around.
very good
Wait.
argument because I don't,
Hold
even
up.
though I don't pay for my HBO Max.
Let's rewind. Spotify comes with Hulu.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, for $9.99 a month.
Yes.
Well, okay, I can't
Like,
even be
I
mad.
think if I did because I have
I still
Hulu,
get most of my shows.
I have Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus, which is $12.99. I could.
Oh, you have that
I could
bundle?
add, yeah, I could add $2 and get Spotify
Oh, well, that makes sense.
because you pay for Hulu separately, so I still like the $7.99 for Hulu comes out one day a month on my bank statement, and then the Disney Plus and ESPN Plus come out on another day. So, but it's still only $12.99. HBO Max is $15.
I don't even know why the fuck I'm complaining. Like, I basically have every single streaming service.
I have all of them, but
Yeah.
The only ones
until
and the
it
only
comes
ones
out.
I do pay for, including like if we're including Spotify isn't a streaming service, so the only one that I actually do pay for is HBO Max. Literally everything else, I either know somebody or I get it through.
You have
my,
access to
You know, I
it.
have
Yeah.
access
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
dude. I remember
course.
the day I really sat down and looked at my PlayStation. I was like, oh my god. I have all the Infinity Stones, which is beautiful because you don't even use. I don't even use Netflix for shit.
I don't use
I
Netflix
hate
all that much.
Netflix. Like,
But I actually
Hulu-
pay for Netflix.
Hate is a strong word.
There's
Hate is a
Hate is a
strong
strong
word.
word.
a couple of
Netflix
shows that I still watch
is
on there that I just.
a king. Netflix is a king in the streaming world.
Man, it's
you
an
at
OG.
least can give them
King,
that title.
no, OG,
No,
yes.
we
Their
OG.
originals have
Okay, yeah,
impressed
that's-
me.
we
They have
time and
trash
time
originals.
again.
They
We
have
talked about
trash
this.
originals.
We talked about.
I still watch
I don't
the
look for
100
those.
on
Which one?
Netflix. The 100.
Oh, that came from CW,
That was
didn't it?
CW. I stopped watching the 100 because it got to a point where I was like, this is very CW writing, and I just can't deal with it.
Dude, but just the
It
writing,
does get to a point
dude.
where it's just like, oh, I hate this.
The actually,
Even the DC shows on CW, they all
the
feel
DC shows
yeah,
are like
they feel
good,
similar.
but you definitely did get to that point where like
It
this
feels
is
like
some
CW.
CW writing. Like ever since they took the Defender stuff off of Netflix, I haven't really watched
But see,
it as much.
and that's the other thing I was about to say, man. They don't have.
But I actually pay for it,
Wasn't
so
the
the anime
Flash
on
on
it
the
is cool.
CW?
Yes.
They had
Green
Arrow,
Arrow,
Flash,
Lightning, Black
Smallville.
Lightning.
Smallville was good though.
I like
That was
and
06.
Smallville was
That's the classic.
UPN. The writing changed when they became the CW.
Oh,
they also
God.
had what? Catwoman? Was it Catwoman?
I don't know. They,
that might have
I
been
know
Smallville.
Black Lightning.
Not
They had
one
Black
of
Lightning,
those.
but Black Lightning was really good, and I
had
might just be
Supergirl.
biased because it was black people. If I'm being honest, but I did like
Did
Black
they put
Lightning.
Did they put the live action Teen Titans up there?
No, that's streaming. right? Only.
That's
think.
HBO though, right?
HBO has
now.
it.
It's HBO now. It is
But
started on
before,
HBO. it was on
yeah.
DC's.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I think it was on DC.
Yeah, DC
streaming
had its own
service, yeah.
streaming service. And
Oh,
HBO
well.
bought it. So
How's
that's the
that
thing,
going?
man. I don't. Bro, I'm.
HBO
Who
has
is either
Warner
who-
Brothers, which has DC. They have Turner, which includes Cartoon Network. So they got
Dude,
all
that's
of
what I'm
those shows on
saying.
Adult Swim.
You have Adult Swim and Cartoon.
And plus, one of the things that is putting HBO over the top.
Yeah, I would say
Is-
strictly content, HBO.
Yeah,
Bro, that's
but
what-
it's
bro,
it's
the
the all
movies-
the blockbusters
and
are in
that's the
theaters
thing.
and
Yeah.
HBO Max.
'Cause
Like
even-
I watched The Little Things Sunday. It was like the last day. That was a really good movie. But I was like, bro, this is great. Like my brother called me like with 10 minutes left, and I was like, oh, I can pause it and answer, and then get off the phone and watch and finish instead of having to leave the theater. I was like, yo, this is lit. Like I'm gonna go back to theaters, but like for Marvel.
Yeah.
Like between, like you said, Hulu. Bro, it's
I gotta
crazy.
give it to Hulu, man. Cause have you seen Snowfall? Have any of you
haven't
guys started?
started.
Hulu, because Hulu has.
Oh my
Hulu
god!
has
Shout
has-
out to fucking
Yeah,
That's
Hulu.
the thing.
Yeah.
Shout out
Hulu
to
has
fucking
the
Hulu
show.
for Snowfall.
Like-
man.
like Hulu
Snowfall is
and
fucking
HBO Max
amazing.
are top two.
Y'all
It-
have to watch it. Y'all, it's like
I've been meaning to start it,
hard,
and I
man.
always forget.
How
until the
many
new season
seasons
comes.
in
They're
it?
on 4 now,
Yeah.
right? I think
Yeah.
this is 4, right?
Hulu has
it's an
Atlanta,
ongoing.
Hulu has the
It's an
shows.
ongoing show. That,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hulu
Because I
It
has
just started.
It has the
FX
shows.
because FX has Snowfall, Atlanta,
Yeah,
Fargo
Atlanta.
is really good.
Like,
they had the American
FX.
Horror Story for so long.
FX
you know.
is the real good.
FX
for all
had
that.
what was it that Legion, which was
Yeah,
pretty good.
Legion was good.
New
Yeah.
Devs or something like that. Like
Devs,
FX
oh my
has a lot of
God,
good
Devs
shows.
is so fucking good.
Like
Oh my
even Dave
gosh.
was like pretty good, even though I watched
Yeah.
Dave because I was fiending for a new season of Atlanta.
And it's like White Atlanta.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when Atlanta season 3 and 4 comes out, I'm not watching season 2 of
Oh,
Dave if it
yeah.
comes out during the time. But like it was good
need
for
to
that.
watch it.
Like and that's the reason why they're top 2 because even with HBO Max you have all the HBO originals. Like Insecure
Dude,
is on there.
You got
to watch
Game
Watchmen.
of,
you got to
Watchmen,
watch
Game of Thrones, bro. I was
what
just
was it?
watching Watchmen, bro.
What's the other-
Because that's what I'm
Lovecraft
saying.
Country
It's
was
like
on there,
literally
all of those,
HBO has the bigger, literally the bigger blockbuster things.
Yeah.
Whether blockbuster shows or blockbuster movies, it's like they have the bigger things. So I guess I don't know. I
makes sense
really
it's called
cannot
box
put
office.
one over the other because I'm not gonna lie. Those are the only two things that I actually turn on in my room. Like it's either I'm on Hulu and then I'll watch stuff on Hulu, and then if I'm not on Hulu, I'm on HBO, and then like
Yeah.
vice versa. Like
Yeah.
and HBO, I literally go to more for movies because the movies on Hulu aren't that fucking great, but Hulu got all the shows, and they definitely got animes and shit like that. Like they have.
Yeah.
That's one
A
of the
lot of
things
shit.
Yeah, I'll
about
be watching
Netflix that's really cool.
Food Wars on Hulu. Food Wars. I love that show.
These niggas- yeah.
I love that show so much.
See, I
I
know
remember
just a
such a good
little
anime.
about
I
that
don't
show.
remember
I
I
don't
know
even
just a
remember the
little.
dish. It was just like the setup was like so hilarious. Like the girl was just sitting there like all surprised, like oh, like you know how anime is, and he just handed her this, just like it's this super amazing thing that you just got to try. Like it was so anime. I was like, bro, it's
Bro,
food.
I love how they
but
exaggerate
it's hilarious.
it, bro.
Like
I
it's
love how they
great.
exaggerate the aroma of the food.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, anime food just looks
Yeah.
so good
It
too.
does,
like
yeah.
I've always
Bro,
wanted
the
to try
colors.
it. Like
Oh
the
my
color
God.
scheme,
Yeah.
the
Food in real
texture.
life.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't compare.
Yeah, and HBO also has all the Studio Ghibli movies, which some of them
Yeah,
shits
they
I
do.
hadn't even seen, but them shits are fucking. These are pretty fucking insane. I think the only anime movie for real.
They have all these Batman movies.
So many
And
Batman.
the HBO dude, me and Stacy, I chilled over Stacy's house, basically for the majority of the day today. Shout out to Stacy. We watched several of those fucking DC movies because they own, bro. The DC, they have all
They
the
own
older
Warner
DC.
Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. So they have all the
all of
older DC movie stuff, but then they also have like within the last few years, DC made a set of movies. They're based off the New 52 movies. So the New 52 is like comics like they revamp like consistently, and like when DC does it, they're called crises, and when Marvel does it, they do it in a different way. But like DC would have like the Flashpoint paradox or something, where basically Flash will go back in time and reset time or some shit like that. Like it's different shit like that. So
Marvel did a lot through the X-Men.
yeah, it would be through the X-Men or like Scarlet
And it-
Witch would
yeah,
change
and it
something
would
up or
still be
something like
time
that. So
related.
what was cool was about I was in, it had to be 2014, I believe. 2014 or 2015, they came out with like a Justice League movie. And the thing about
they put Cyborg in the Justice League and revamped the Teen Titans.
And they
and they put Static in the Teen Titans or something like that.
I think,
because he started off as Young Justice, and then when they scrapped that, they started to move him up.
So it was really like all the DC animated movies have been like, they're really good and also really bad at the same time. Like, I had to put this fucking thing on the screen. Have y'all seen that fucking clip where we watched this today? Have y'all seen that clip where Darkseid, this is in one of the animated movies, Darkseid basically kind of comes out of nowhere, but he comes down to Earth and he's like, all right, I'm here to fuck shit up. And what happens? Green Lantern's like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And he flies directly up to this nigga, and Darkseid like punches the shit out of this nigga, and then Green Lantern gets jumped like right after that.
Double tap it twice, and then now pull.
I've seen that on Twitter.
Shout out to technology.
Yes, I love technology.
Literally tastes like plants. I don't know what else it's supposed to taste like. It tastes like fucking plants. But yeah, those are fucking pretty. They're one thing I will say about the DC animated movies, whether they're good or bad or not, they're entertaining. I've seen some crazy shit in them fucking movies, bro. Like the most recent one they came out with is called Justice League Apocalypse, and it's really fucking funny because the thing is, like, they build up, I think they have maybe like 18, 19 movies or something like that. And they build up all the way to this movie, and it's like the Avengers version of all the movies that they come out with. Because within the movies there's the Justice League, but they have different branches. Like they got like the Teen Titans, and they have the movie where the Teen Titans.
So we're focusing on DC now, right? That's what we're doing. Like what DC's channel offers. Is that what
DC?
No, I'm specifically talking about the straight.
They had that DC Universe Day or whatever last year too, where HBO Max talked about getting all the new stuff that was coming to DC and how all the movies were coming to HBO Max. So in a way, yeah, we are big up in DC.
What do you think Hulu is the best one?
No, I was saying in future tense. I think
it would
Paramount.
be Paramount.
It would be Paramount because I mean. They have MTV, they have Nickelodeon, they have all CBS, they have Avatar, and Avatar is gonna be a huge reason no studios understand my lips right now.
Avatar and The Legend of Korra are on Netflix.
I'm sorry, y'all don't get me. What I'm saying.
My homeboy also
no, they're making more.
They're making more. The original creators are coming back. You don't understand how big of a deal. Am I the only one that appreciates Avatar Last Airbender?
No. It's
before I continue.
No. It's not.
That's a game changer because come on, they've been in the shadows for how many years?
It's not that we're not like anticipating it. It's not that I don't think Paramount's not gonna come through. They had a similar deal with Netflix that fell through.
But it's the creators, though. It's the creators. They were up on Netflix, and Paramount gave these guys what they needed.
But another thing.
Okay, I gotta see it first.
But
bring it in.
Because Netflix did bring in the original creators and were like, we were going to do this.
And then they changed certain things. Yeah, they changed certain things.
Netflix fumbled the bag. That's it.
Yeah, they did.
See, this is the thing. I am agreeing with you along the lines of like, oh shit, it's Avatar. Like I said, whenever you have the original creators involved in whatever's going on, it's going to be way better. Like, I was pissed off that they were like, yeah, we're making Katara the oldest one in the group now, and Sokka's gonna be like 14. I was like, that destroys the whole
dynamic.
That destroys the whole group.
That was their whole thing. Sokka was the moral compass, if you will.
And he didn't have powers.
He didn't have powers. He was the oldest.
Are we talking about Korra?
No, we're talking about Avatar.
No, this was Avatar.
And they're saying in the show they're putting on Netflix. This is one of the
making Katara the oldest, which doesn't work because Sokka was the one.
He's the leader
with Aang who helped guide her because he was her older brother without powers, and Katara could be emotional. Mm-hmm. He was the one who helped grounded her and kept her on track to be good along with Aang. If you make her the oldest one, there's no dynamic there because what does she have to teach Sokka like that?
This is my first time hearing about this in terms of story, what their direction they were supposed to go in.
No, not what's no. That's the actual story that did happen. In the show that they're making for Netflix, the people are like, no, in the show, in this new live action show that we're doing, Sokka's gonna be the younger brother and Katara's gonna be the older brother.
That is an L waiting to happen.
I don't know if
it was an L when they said live action.
Yeah,
we don't need it to be live action.
Because I saw it to be live action if you're gonna chronicleize it and stretch it out. Because it's live action. This is the thing about Avatar that was super dope. They were able to. It's one of those. It's a part of that crust of shows that were able to take, not saying older shows didn't do this, but they were able to take adult themes and put them in a child show and deep concepts with spirituality and shit. So I was like, oh, dude, you making Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, it's literally not even going to be for the kids. It's actually going to be for the people that grew up watching it. And the thing, because it's not animated, there are things that they're probably going to do
Limits.
that are going to,
There's always limits.
I mean, there are limits, but there are probably going to be more mature themes in it. So I was down for it, but a couple of months ago, I don't know, I guess both of you do know about like the actual creator stepping away from whatever was going on. But I think that was the reason why. Yeah, because they were like, dude, they're not seeing eye to eye with us on things. So I will agree that that's powerful, but at the same time, I'm not saying I can't put I don't think Disney Plus is that great of a streaming service, even though they have all this Marvel and Star Wars shit coming up. Because it's
aside from that,
but
their catalog.
Disney Plus is third.
Really? Because I feel like it's the nostalgia.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's gonna be the same thing with
They
Paramount.
feed on
Niggas
that
about to be
shit.
like Rugrats, SpongeBob,
It's literally not going to be.
Rocket Power.
It's really not gonna be all
Right,
that.
like
I mean,
Rocket
one
Power-
out.
Rocket
Y'all know, I
would be the
promise you,
one.
when it comes out, people are gonna think it's the greatest thing
Yeah,
that ever
they are,
happened. The
'cause
same
it's
thing
new.
people but not just it's new and is able to.
Disney Plus
it's-
has been out for like almost a year and a half, and it's
but
still
it's
holding up.
but it's the capital. But it
Don't
doesn't
they have what, 6
not the
billion
same way.
subscribers or something?
Yeah, something
It
like
doesn't
that. They
hold.
got a
It's not
lot.
holding up. It is still holding up because it's Disney. It's Disney
always-
Plus. It's
Disney.
gonna
It's
hold
gonna
up.
be good. Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
hold
be
up.
good.
But
The
most
mad
of the people that were
geniuses,
really
bro.
hype about it originally do not, in fact, have Disney Plus. Regardless if it was like, I think the original hype was,
Does
oh
Disney
shit.
Plus have originals?
Yeah, it does. It's the Marvel. It's the
The
Marvel.
Marvel stuff is their originals now,
Their originals.
and then they have like original
Star
they,
Wars
they do
stuff.
have original movies.
There's a
They
whole bunch
have-
of
and then they
originals
have
there.
everything that Disney owns.
Yeah,
And
so
movies
Star
that were
Wars,
supposed to go to theaters just went on there from
Yeah.
Disney.
and they're making.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that
Well,
COVID
is-
helped a lot of
Or-
streaming services.
it did.
Yeah.
COVID was the
Except for Quibi. Rest in peace to Quibi.
I don't even.
I love
know.
it. I love
never
that that
used
shit.
Quibi,
I love that
bro.
that shit.
I never used
Soul was
Quibi.
a good movie.
Bro.
So you watched
Soul was
Soul.
amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So I need
Did
to
you
watch
watch it? Okay. I didn't even get to watch one, not
Okay,
one Quibi
we're on the
movie.
topic now.
No, Soul wasn't on Quibi. Soul's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Soul's on
Oh,
Disney.
I-
Plus.
No, Quibi, no,
We were
Quibi
talking
died
about
out a
Quibi.
long
Didn't
time
it win,
ago. Quibi wasn't. It won,
Oscar
yeah.
Golden Globe.
It won the Golden Globe. Yeah.
Shout
Dude,
out
now,
to
okay,
Soul.
we're on the
No,
topic
you don't
now.
know about Quibi?
Of course I know. No, I saw it because I
Quibi's
just
absolutely hilarious.
I know how
I didn't
it
watch
was
anything
like
on Quibi.
phone films.
Yeah, and I wanted like
Design.
there were a couple shows on there that I kind of wanted to watch, but Quibi's whole thing was you can watch this during your commute, like on the train, and then COVID happened and nobody was commuting, and people were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna sit here and watch something on my phone," because I don't think they had a Chromecast feature, so I don't think they had any way for you to stream it to your TV. It would just be on like your phone or tablet,
Yeah.
and people were like, why would I do that when I'm at home and I can watch something on Netflix or Hulu, or at the time Disney Plus was out, and put it on my TV?
Yeah.
So
Can you revive it? Will it be revived in the future?
We're gonna have to
That's
come
it.
back
That's
to
very
this
quick.
next topic.
I think it was a
I'm
good
going
idea.
to. We're gonna have to come into this next topic that I'm going to state, so we can move on to the next. But next week I do want to talk about what the next Pixar, what the best Pixar film is, or I guess like top 3, because there's a lot of Pixar movies. We're not.
Man, say
I'm pretty
less.
sure I said this earlier.
Monsters,
Me and you
eh?
didn't talk. You weren't here when I said it, but Raya and the Last Dragon is coming out this weekend. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna watch it collectively this weekend because these niggas are apparently saying it's $30 to fucking
So you're
watch
gonna
it.
have to pay for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You
not
gotta
coming out.
pay
It's
it.
not coming out for free on
It's
Disney
the
Plus.
premier access is what they define
But Soul
it
was
as.
free.
Well,
Soul is still free. I mean, if you pay for Disney Plus, like they're about to Mulan this shit.
But
Yeah.
Soul was free actually.
Yeah, like you
Is
go,
Raya in the Last Dragon?
I thought it was, but I don't remember hearing anything
there is
about
a
it
fee.
with
There
Premier
is a fee.
Access.
Now, $30 is what they did for Mulan, but I
$30
don't
was
think.
Mulan.
They're not.
and that
there's
didn't
no way
work
they-
out.
There's no way they're
That did
doing
not
that.
work
Yeah.
out. I
And
don't
it
think
wasn't
they're
even.
gonna
do it again.
And it was me.
Huh?
What did you hear about it?
Mulan?
The
me.
$30 fee thing. Like,
Yeah, that, like people already weren't excited about the $30 fee because they already changed up the story of Mulan. You knew there was going to be no what was Eddie Murphy's character's name? I can't remember.
That's
his name.
not problematic though.
You knew, but the thing was, like, people were going into it looking like it was going to be like how you did Lion King.
that was
and
trash too though.
It was trash, but they like Mulan, and I don't think it was a bad
Premier
thing.
access for $29.99 with a what?
Wow. But yeah, they
It is
changed up the story,
$30.
and plus the father knew that she was
wild.
in. The father knew that she was going to war and stuff. So like, people didn't want to pay $30 for something that they didn't think it was going to be good. And then when they saw it, they were like, it's kind of mid.
Dude, I'm so sorry, but $30. You don't even pay $30 to see a movie in theaters.
No, you don't.
Fuck would I guess you can watch it at home with your family. But
It's not it, bro. Capitalism strikes again.
you're renting the movie. You're renting the
You're
movie.
renting the movie for $30
Because it's gonna go away.
Wow.
And you
literally
already
gonna go
have to
away.
get your monthly subscription in mind. Keep it in mind. It's just like
I don't even remember what the fuck we were talking about. That just made me angry.
You wanted to talk about
because
the
so you're basically was saying no, that can't be real. When I
Yeah,
was
I'm about to say,
saying
yeah. Next week I do want to touch on the topic because there are after
we know for us, we won't mention Raya.
Yeah, I'm about to say for because the only reason I bring that up because yesterday we can hop on the topic of Twitter and Instagram likes, I guess. But
Back. They're back.
agitating.
Aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I saw someone say that they were gone, and then I was like, they're gone, and then
Yeah, they were gone.
They were,
yesterday.
and Instagram came out and was like, we were just trying a fucking feature. They really just got bad backlash, and they were like, all right,
They got
we can change
awful
this.
backlash because it made no sense. What's the point of me using Instagram if I don't see who likes my shit?
No, I think it's good.
Like something has.
Dude, but I think it's good that there are no visual likes on Instagram. This is why.
I do like that. I do like that aspect as well, but I feel like if we were able to see, like, if they just took away like the numbers.
That's what I mean. Yeah. I think that's the dopest thing to do to Instagram. See, this is the difference between, I guess, maybe Twitter. Because Instagram is so visual, I've talked about this so many times. The visual concept aspect of Instagram makes it really different. So if I'm on Twitter, some shit comes across your feed because somebody liked it or retweeted it, and it normally has a lot of likes and retweets, but unless somebody like stole it, like it's kind of like pretty decent content. Like you can see why this has X amount of retweets. It's a pretty funny tweet on Instagram. Not saying it's the same thing, but I think it's because it's so visual and people get caught up a lot more in the likes behind the visual. You might not be looking directly at what somebody is putting out. Even looking at like, I don't think you should be able to get on like an Instagram account and see somebody's followers and shit like that. You should, because it's so visual, the thing should be, do I enjoy the shit this person is making and putting out? If yes, then I am going to follow them so I can continue to see what they're putting out.
I also think that Twitter does a lot better job of like cracking down on like spamming and bots better than Instagram does.
Yes.
I also feel like the fact that it's such a visual aspect, it's like draining and like it creates unrealistic aspects to life, and I don't know. I don't think Twitter's just more real.
I do think
Twitter.
I don't think that's a problem for Instagram because of of showing the likes or the followers, because that is how Instagram worked initially, and then they changed the algorithm. Like the thing that you said about Twitter is, I see stuff that people I follow tweet themselves or like or retweet.
They've even changed that
right?
up, but still, I'm not really mad at it.
But I still see, like, if people on my feed that I follow tweet frequently, I see them frequently. Whether they are retweeting, liking something, or actually tweeting themselves. I see it from them. I don't have to go anywhere else. And then I can go to trending and all this stuff and see it. My Instagram feed used to be set up to where it was like, hey, if I'm following 100 people, I'm going to see what they're posting. I don't have problems with like you running ads and sponsorships because I understand you have to make money. But what I do have a problem with your algorithm is not showing me the people I follow, like not showing me my friends. Instagram's problem with likes wasn't because it was directed because Instagram was like, no, we're focusing on influencers and we're focusing on making you see the things that society or whatever that we want you to see. That's the problem, not the like. Because I'm already going into it following people that I know or people that I like because of what I see. It doesn't matter what the likes or followers
Instagram
are.
also takes longer to navigate through. I would say that because like a whole post can literally take up your whole screen.
It can take up a whole screen,
and then rather
you can
than
move
Twitter,
down.
you have like 15, 10 like.
Right.
But even in that aspect, I feel like the thing about because Instagram is not going to you all right, but Instagram's not going to revert back to the way it was before.
Right. That's why I think taking away the likes is stupid. That's why I don't think it works.
Yeah, I would
think
say with this new algorithm, I feel like it doesn't really make sense. But if they still had the old algorithm,
even with the old algorithm,
that's
that's Instagram's whole thing because that's how Instagram sold you on sharing through their app. You want likes.
But
you want people to see it.
But I don't.
You want engagement.
But that's
engagements on Instagram are driven through likes.
But that's what I mean about the. But that's what I mean about the. But that's what I mean about why I think it's negative that you can see the likes in Instagram versus seeing the likes on Twitter. Like we said, Twitter's a lot more real. It's literally niggas saying things, and you can directly see. Oh, damn. Well, this is actually pretty funny. I see why this got X amount of blah, 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 blah. Not saying it's not the same thing with Instagram, but it'd be different if you were the person that saw your likes. Like, I feel like a lot of times people's you literally might not holistically look at a nigga's page because of the fact of like, oh, damn, like, this nigga doesn't have X amount of likes on his blah, blah, blah. Or this nigga doesn't have X amount of followers on blah, blah, blah. So he can't be that good at et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Versus if none of that shit was there, and the whole premise was you looking at them to see what they were doing. I think the main thing is because of how, like I said, because of how visual it is.
And I feel like I have more of a chance of like my content growing on Twitter than on Instagram, just because of the fact that the easeability of finding like keywords and terms that you can pick and choose and follow, and then just attack it.
Like I said, the.
Like I just don't think that has anything to do. Not that it doesn't have anything to do. I don't think really showing the likes on Instagram really, because the way they did it was just like, oh, this was liked by a random person and others. And I was like, it just also
I wish I would have saw
like
what it looked
it visually
like.
looks
I feel like
stupid.
if it still had like the names, but necessarily took away like the actual number of things, and they still like with them paying people to like post or whatever.
That's another issue. That's why
but them still like getting the impressions or the insights or the clicks or the views or whatnot, but necessarily capturing it in the back end and not necessarily showing it.
I mean, but I feel
like it's still.
I just don't think it works because initially just how Instagram's algorithm works.
I think literally
already, like, because like even if you go into your followers,
you're still gonna put it in the same format.
It's still in the same format, and you still aren't going to get to what you may really like. Plus, the thing with Instagram that I hate is it'll do things like it'll say, like, if you go to your followers, like your page, and you go to your followers, it'll show the people that you least interact with and the people that you most interact with. And then it'll show the people that are most, or it's not most interactive, it's just the people that are most shown in your feed. Like when I go to mine, it's House of Highlights and ESPN and I follow like Slipping on Gems, a lot of music pages, and it'll show them, which is like cool because for the most part I like them. But then when I scroll down my feed, that's all I see. I don't see anybody that I actually know, and this is just from personally. I follow people online that I know in person. It's just another way to communicate with you if I don't see you. I feel like I don't see those people.
If my personal feed was kind of like the Explore page,
yeah,
and then like
that is a good idea.
I don't know, and then
just based off of the people that you follow.
Or if they had the ability to like, I don't know, like specify your friends, but I feel like that would also
like I wish that I could change who's most shown in my feed. Like I wish that I could dictate and choose who I want to see most.
Dude, the Twitter is literally perfect as shit.
Man, the tech industry needs to stop being so classist, so we can so some niggas can make some apps, man. We'll take over.
Really would,
bro. Twitter. This is why Twitter's great. Guys literally only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Derrick Championship. That's
amazing. This is why Twitter is so much better.
In Chicago.
It's so fun and it's so quick. Like you can, and like you said, it's time based and it's not time based. So I mean, whatever you're tweeting is gonna like. Is that a raccoon? Is Sweetie's?
No, it's a dolphin.
No.
Wait, what? Sweetie? Huh?
Is Sweetie's thing?
It is a raccoon.
That is a raccoon. Oh no. Oh no.
Also, people lean into jokes about themselves more on Twitter. Yeah. Sweetie has been getting joked on for how she eats. So what is her profile picture?
Her diet is atrocious.
It is. A raccoon stuffing its face. And raccoons eat anything.
What are some random things? She did the spaghetti thing. She did something else randomly.
With ranch.
I've seen her. She put a lot of ranch. She did something like she put some ramen flakes on top of something.
Quavo got a bunch of candles in that crib.
Ramen flakes.
Not flakes. She put ramen seasoning on top of something.
Yeah, like something else.
I can't remember what it was. I was like, you just be walking around with ramen?
She just kind of like eats anything.
Dude,
she's got an iron stomach. Got to.
That shit different. But the fact,
crazy.
because it's time based and it's not time based. Because it's like time based in the way that like whatever you're seeing has been retweeted by somebody. And even one thing I can say, even recently, Twitter's been doing this thing to where they'll put stuff on like this, like I won't follow. They'll kind of like.
Oh yeah, they'll show you something like a topic. Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it.
I gotta unfollow rap because niggas are just saying stupid shit for likes and
Yeah, I don't follow any of the topics because it's literally a lot of them. But one of the things is that like the fucking the topic, the things that they do come up with as of random, they're like. I actually do kind of fuck with them. Like, they notice that I tweet a lot of Attack on Titan shit. So, I'd be like, oh, shit. And they'll come up with a random Attack on Titan fucking meme. Nobody tweeted it, but it's a fucking viral image.
Yeah, and it's also just a way for you to, like, gain followers and interact with, like, people.
Yeah, interact with more people.
Yeah, like...
like, it's a lot easier
but, like,
to
Twitter is more user...
Twitter's just a goat. Well, it is and it isn't.
It's more... Dang, it's not integrated, but whatever the fuck... I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
User
focused, I guess. User interest, yeah. And Instagram is influencer interested. So
actually, and I'm also gonna. This is random. I'm gonna clap it up.
I don't got that kind of time.
I don't got that kind of time for Instagram.
I'm gonna clap it up for YouTube Red. Not YouTube Red, but YouTube Music because I don't know. I guess you got
bashing them last week.
Dude,
I guess they heard you.
They had to. Something in the ether. I opened up my YouTube Red. Like they actually adjusted the user interface and made it like better and a lot more easy to navigate. They made it. I can do shit like move songs up in my library now. I can do shit like they have a section for my songs and they have a section for the songs that I have through Google. Google. Yeah, and then they have a section for the songs that I have through buying shit from them or songs that I've saved from them, and they have a section with my entire library. I was mad at first because I opened the app. I was like, y'all bitch ass niggas, not only well y'all did y'all not listen to me, but y'all destroyed my music. And then I found all my music. I was like, oh damn, bro, I forgot how much certain people slide, bro. Like, bro, I listened to an old Domo Genesis tape the other day. Oh my god, I almost cried. He has a song with Mac Miller where they spaz together. I think it's called, the name of the song is This Is 15 Bars, but I'm not sure because something and they ate. And I was like, dude, this is not in any Spotify library. Like, it's literally only here.
Apple Music came up with a feature that I liked where it'll play like similar music afterwards. Like Spotify, I think like already had it.
Shout out to Rob Price.
And
that autoplay be coming through sometimes.
And
you be like, what is this?
I was listening to. I started out this morning listening to Flo Milli because it was sunny.
Flo Milli shit.
Flo Milli shit.
False.
Oh,
God.
Don't, bro.
But I started out listening to Flo Milli shit, and then for whatever reason, my mom was like, "Yo, I wonder if Carrie Fa has released anything," and she did like last year. So I listened to that, and then it ended. It was like a 17-minute EP, and then Don'tcha came on. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was a Matt Martian song that came on, and I was like, "This sounds like the internet." I wasn't really paying attention. Then Don'cha came on, and I had to go and listen to the album. Cause I was like, "This is literally a perfect song."
Dude, I'm sorry.
And I just have to go back to it.
This is another reason why Twitter's better. Like the fucking the fact that you can respond.
Section.
Yes, the comment section on Twitter will forever be great because you can respond with pictures. Like you can't do that with Instagram because the posts in and of itself are too big for you to like.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, it'd be too much. But like, dude, niggas be spamming.
Plus, you just absolutely get lost in the comments on Instagram.
Dude, yeah.
Like, there's no point in going to the comments on Instagram.
No.
Oh my god, I hate
People
that
are
when
really
you open hide replies and the more the replies there are, they open
keeps
all
going,
of them,
yeah.
but there's no
like-
way to wrap it up. You have to
so
scroll up. I'm like, what are y'all doing? That's one thing I always.
It's like
want.
user interfaces are a big thing. It's
I do
like
feel a little bit of satisfaction when I comment on a picture and the likes on my comment go up. Like TDE a couple weeks ago posted like choose your weapon with a picture of Kendrick. So I commented I choose a new album, and like a couple people responded, but it got up to like 800 likes under the post.
that is.
I was like, that's pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
But like that's probably the only satisfaction I get from Instagram at this point.
I feel like-
and I don't go searching for viral comments.
And I'm about to say,
to me, I do it.
but I still do feel like that's even more fun on Instagram because not Instagram on Twitter.
It's still more
because
fun on Twitter because people can also retweet
people,
it.
yeah, and then people
People can quote tweet it with another GIF or meme.
my
It
God,
could never.
beautiful.
It could be never ending.
Dude, one of the most beautiful moments I had on Twitter recently. One of the most beautiful moments that I had on Twitter recently.
Why do people try to rip Kyrie? I will never.
Bro, he used
I
to
will never
practice
understand.
outside with
He just tosses
With a plastic
these bitches
bag
out.
around
He doesn't
basketball.
even look. He just tosses this bitch.
That's what I mean. He just, Bro, he's whoops, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I dropped that.
No, you can't have that.
Like the bro, one of the most awesome moments I had on Twitter about a week and a half ago was, do y'all remember when a nigga was like, a book is more powerful than a gun or some shit like that? And niggas
That's
was like,
an old tweet too. Like the fact that it just came back on Twitter is even amazing.
Niggas was like me in the back of the function with that the
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
Niggas in the cut like they got a gun. They had the one where Goku was just
Black
like,
is sitting on the chair. That's the me in the back of the club with Rolling Thunder, hear my cry. Oh my
Like,
god, niggas was eating.
They had the one where they have. I don't even think it was Kermit the Frog, but you know how Kermit the Frog, when he would be a detective, he would just be like in the shadows. With the thing. They had one like that with the dude smoking. I forget who the character is.
No, bro.
They're like me in the back with what is it? Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Bro,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Niggas was like, niggas will spaz with something, bro. It's the most beautiful thing. Even just something as simple as like a nigga getting ratioed. It's one of the funniest
You
things
can literally
ever,
just
bro.
comment ratio under a
Yes.
post, and if you get more likes, it's hilarious.
I bet
it
you-
makes no sense.
I bet you didn't see that coming. I bet you didn't see this ratio coming. 1,000 likes.
Stupid shit.
Beautiful. Okay.
Twitter has ruined people's like sense of humor, bro. Like you will laugh at the absolute dumbest thing on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're on Twitter moments, and I can segue this perfectly.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about Twitter moments. I was legit talking about Twitter like stealing stuff,
Well, I mean, but carrying
like
over
stories. They're bringing their own chatty
Fleets.
the fleets suck.
The fleets
I
are
know. Literally, when I post
worthless.
anything on a
house.
fleet,
I use fleets simply for the podcast.
that's what I mean. I
There's
like,
nothing
literally,
else that's going in.
anything I post on a fleet, I'm really only expecting myself to come back and look at it.
Right.
Like, I don't
That's
really
it.
because it's like they don't really, and don't nobody care about your fleet, but like I'm not even anybody's fleet generally, but like I really don't think. I think literally Twitter collectively was like, oh yeah, fuck fleets.
Yeah.
Like it was a collective consciousness.
I don't think they tried.
No,
They tried the
Yeah,
voice
I
chat
think they
thing,
just
like that.
The voice chat thing I fuck with more.
That was funny.
Yeah, I'll fuck with that.
But then,
more.
like, they didn't roll it out to everybody, so it kind of
everybody
died
has it
off.
now. I think-
Everybody has it now, but by the time like everybody got
It
it,
was like, whatever.
you
It
don't
was,
use it that
But
much.
but it's cool because some people will randomly just post like a
Yeah,
voice
for
thing
one
and it'll be
thing,
like, oh okay, like
But
Isaiah
people will
Rashad
randomly
posted a rap
post
yesterday.
a fleet too. It's just not the same.
Yeah,
Like,
like I
niggas
said,
just don't care.
niggas was like, oh hell no.
Like I'm not using that. They're having
Speaking
their
of
own.
voice chats, we could post one up right now.
We really
Yeah.
good.
Podcasting.
Dude, you can
Really good.
I'm about to say,
No, like Twitter.
The-
Twitter legit has a chatty house feature.
Does the Shark Stream have
Yeah.
a feature?
yeah, I'm gonna say.
Oh, well, let me make sure the Shark Stream does have it. Follow twitter.com/a-sharkstream
Yes, man. Dude,
on Twitter. Can I do a voice chat?
no,
No, not with the Shark Stream.
that's so sad. Because you know it was the same thing with my Instagram. Just recently when I downloaded Instagram, I can just now put music in my posts. Because I used to have to like literally play music in the background of my post in order
For the
to
stories?
Yeah, because I couldn't literally. I promise you,
You
like
can do the swipe up. Instagram needs to allow.
they just let me do
Instagram
it.
needs to allow you to share links if you have under 10,000 followers.
Bro,
That's really
yes.
fucking
Oh
annoying,
my god, I hate that shit.
But speaking of, well, I want to segue this into a topic. Here's where the fort. Oh, never mind.
Actually, kind
We
of
were gonna talk
The
about
chatty house
how
on
to address when to address your feelings. But there was a viral moment that did happen. Well, I don't know if it's viral as far as like, but nigga, it was a video that was brought up. I don't know what the exact full topic and concept of the video was, but part of the video, I guess niggas was like, why don't we ever talk about this type of shit? You know, together?
yeah,
Why don't we
the
ever
men
have
thing.
places where we can sit
Safe
down?
places for men.
And yeah, and
It
address
was more
these
than
things.
an athlete, yeah.
And niggas was crying, and then most I guess
That's what
most women
I'm
in
saying.
the comment section was like, "Cause men don't talk about shit, cause y'all think everything is gay, and et cetera, et cetera." I don't know if that's
And
per
that
se.
saying in itself is also problematic.
Yeah, and I was saying
Like that saying in itself also doesn't create a safe space.
No, yes, and I was also saying I was like, so me. I talked to my mom about this yesterday, which because there are definitely aspects on a bunch of different on several different opinions that are like very very true, but I feel like super specifically that like not even super specifically me and my mom were talking yesterday, and she was like barbershops can be some of the most harmful places for I guess young men's psyche as far as development or as far as their like development in like real world, because you can be in a barbershop and like I don't know, niggas just be like
talking about shit. Like niggas was, I know in most of the barbershops that I was in, niggas was like super homophobic about shit. I don't know, even their concepts of like how they viewed women and the way my mom was explaining it, which does make sense. She was like, dude, like you like.
Yeah, I don't know, just the way they would say shit about women.
Yeah, like
if,
There's music playing.
Yeah, I think it's from outside though. I
No,
heard
it's
it.
from King.
Oh yeah, I do hear it now down there. It's definitely
keep conversating.
But yeah, I don't know, just to add on to what he was saying, yeah, just being in the barbershop, like you'll hear certain shit if a woman passes by the barbershop.
Yeah.
Just comments about, you know,
I didn't really
shit
go to barbershops,
they've done or
and things they've experienced.
Yeah.
And my mom, the way my mom explained it, which I never even really thought of, like luckily I feel like throughout my life I've been basically a really independent thinker since birth. Like most things I do ask like.
You're not sheep.
I'm not sheep. I'm not sheep or a pawn. But I think for the most part, I've been an independent thinker throughout my life. Like not even literally in a way where it's like, I don't know, like I really do be asking, why do niggas be doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But my mom was like, dude, for a lot of like young men, especially young black men, like we go there, especially young black men who don't per se have like fathers or like father figures, they go there and like, you know, niggas be at the barbershop. You know, you gotta get a haircut every like 2 weeks or so. Like, and then sometimes you go to the barbershop and you really spend all day in the fucking barbershop because you need to get your cut. And you're just in there picking up shit, listening to shit, like, you know, just like absorbing things around you. So when you go
DVDs on bootleg.
like that, bro, that's why I
haven't ran into that in a minute.
Dude,
I miss the bootleg guy. I'm not gonna be.
Dude, I'm not gonna hold you. I'll slaughter anybody in Gallagher. Look, let this be known. Bro.
Oh wow!
Any of you niggas,
What barbershops you went to that had Gallagher?
the
privilege.
That's what I mean. The barbershop had an arcade in the back, and niggas would
I
just
love Gallagher, man.
dude, yeah, niggas would just give me quarters.
Pac-Man or Gallagher?
Gallagher. There was a Gallagher Pac-Man machine. Gallagher. And that's how you know it's a real choice. Because you could pick one of the two.
At my own internship, they had a game room, and I used to go there every morning.
I know Toby hasn't said so. He hasn't said it. It could be 2 versus 2.
Every fucking time, bro.
I will play Gallagher.
On Gallagher every fucking time.
I will literally get on a Gallagher machine, play for like anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes on like one life, and get to the point where the next day I have really carpal tunnel in my hands. Last year, I went to hang out with my friend Kaylana. She stays in Jacksonville. Once again, shout out to Kaylana.
I used to have to kill myself just so I can get to work.
Bro, yes! It's like, bro, I have to stop. I have to stop playing.
Just so I would be in there.
I've been there before. Like, Jay, we have to leave. All right, bro. Like, dude, I went down.
I'm sorry, Tweezy. Gallagher.
No, bro. Dude, yes, Gallagher.
Gallagher. I had to think about actually playing it on the
because it's so strategic. Like,
yes,
you can get extra lives and everything. The two gunners, like
you have to know, bro. So I went to, and niggas thought I was joking, bro. So I went to.
Is it because Pac-Man
you can study their movements?
No, like Gallagher doesn't get. Gallagher doesn't seem to get as repetitive as Pac-Man can.
Pac-Man gets more competitive because you have to study movements in Pac-Man.
Repetitive.
Oh yeah, also repetitive. Like, okay,
but Pac-Man.
No, listen. My friend Kaylana lives in Jacksonville. I wanted to go hang out with her. She was like, Jay, come over here. We're going to this dude's house. This rich ass fucking Republican ass conservative white dude that stayed. But he had a nice fucking house. Yeah, we get around his house. I hear literally do. I was like, is that Gallagher? And he was like, yeah, it's Gallagher. I was like, nah, bro. Like, you don't understand. I didn't even say it at first. And he brought it up later because I know how I can get. I literally know how I can get. And normally you have to stand up. He had a bench in front of it and everything. And he was like, no, let me see how good you are at Gallagher. I was like, bro, you don't understand. I'm going to crack every score you have on here. You're like, no, you won't. I literally went over there and I was drinking, smoking. What? I was eating on Gallagher. I don't know what my score was, but he was like, bro, I live here. I was like, dude, I told you not to put me on this machine. Like, it's muscle memory. And then I remember the next day, these two, it's like my whole hand's up hurting because you start off with a finger, and then it's like, bro, this is tiring. I need 2 fingers. Bro, I have to use my whole hand. And then this whole area right here, red as fuck, bro. Just moving the fucking joystick, bro. Like, because you know the little Harlem shake you gotta do to John shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Like, when you get up to those high levels, bro,
they moving, and then sometimes you'll lose a ship, and you like, bro, you gotta get the nigga back from.
And then when you have,
you gotta come back.
You gotta literally have to
Bro's
have
over
you have
here.
to one
About the corners.
Bro,
The
Bro's over here.
corners will
You
save
can't even go to the corners
can't.
anymore. after a
Sometimes
certain
it
point.
does bail you out if you're like if you dodge
no,
in the corner.
you have to stay in the
bro.
middle. There's like the
Bro,
corners
after
are
a
where
certain
that's
point, no,
it,
bro.
when they
Bro,
get to,
once you
when
start
get to-
having to go back into the corners, you know you're done.
That's literally what I was
Like
about to say.
once it's got you
Corners are
going
red.
down into the
aiming
corners,
at you, bro. Like
you're in a box at that point.
You get to the
They just got
point
you.
where things are where both the ships are flying at you and actually 6 bullets are flying at you at the same time. I don't know how it, bro, because you
They
get
be
it, bro.
curving
It's
bullets
literally
like
it
it's
feels like you
one
are in the
tick,
Matrix.
Like,
You be
literally,
seeing,
you,
bro.
You have to watch everything.
Because you cannot literally you don't even it's kind of like you get into this space where you're not exactly paying attention to where your ship is. You're just
Yeah.
looking at where the things are
Yeah.
coming from,
Yes.
and then like you're just pressing the button because you know it has to go somewhere.
You know where
and
your ship is. It's just. I love I love Galaga, bro.
You know how
I love Galaga. I love Galaga.
I get a Galaga tattoo. I love Galaga.
I will have one in my. I will have
like-
a machine in my house.
Yo, do you Galaga though?
Galaga.
Do you Galaga though? Like, do you have 2 ships, my
It
nigga?
gets to a point where, like, you know how you stare at something so much, you just lose focus on the main thing, and you just focus on everything. That's your ship in Galaga. Like, once you get in it, your ship is just like a figure. You don't even, you
is.
can't even focus on it.
Yeah.
It's
It can
just
actually-
a figure, and
It
you
can
just know
actually
where
be
it
a
is.
fucking square or a fucking cube. It doesn't
shape
fucking
doesn't matter.
It doesn't
You
matter.
are the
The
shit,
shape-
man.
yes,
Like,
it doesn't matter.
feel it,
at this
bro.
point, like,
The shape
if you
doesn't
get
matter.
hit, you
You
feel
just
that
know-
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like that, bro.
Since we're on the subject of arcade games, as if you were going to arcade as little kids, what did y'all play growing up?
Oh, Dance Dance Revolution.
Yeah, y'all know the standards.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
Arctic Thunder? Come on, remember?
Arctic Thunder?
I like to play
What was
like
Arctic
the-
Thunder?
The little snowmobile, the snowmobile.
Yes, Arctic
it
Thunder.
It was like a
Yeah.
bluish House of the Dead.
Yeah, I was about to say no.
Whatever game that I
Time
can use to
Crisis
stun-
3
to shoot it.
All the time.
specifically.
Anytime I can
Time
shoot.
Crisis 3.
Time
The
Crisis.
fucking haunted house shit.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was
like,
it? House of the Dead. Was it?
House of the Dead. I
House
think.
of the
House of the
Dead.
Dead.
One,
Yeah, I
two,
think it
and
was House of the
three.
Dead. Yeah, dude, there was Time
I used
Crisis,
to
House
play
of the
the
Dead.
fucking deer hunt.
And then
game,
just-
too.
I hated it. dude.
Man,
And
It's like
then,
it's
and then before it
everywhere.
was time to leave, I would run niggas off the Papa Shot.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
you gotta do that one time.
Yeah.
While you know, arcades. We have to go back.
I used to do the horse races too. With
Oh yeah.
how they had the
I was
big
never good at the
screen
horse
shit.
Dude, arcade games nowadays are not as good as they were when we were kids. Like they are and they're
They're
not.
different.
Like, they're like because nowadays everything's so much more commercial and shit. It's not how we like it was when we like. There used to be like Time Crisis, Tropic Thunder. Now
It
you
was
walk and
creative
shit.
ass
That's what I
games
mean. But
back
they were,
in the day.
but they were
Yeah.
staple arcade games. And then we get like a second
Sega.
one.
It was
Like,
the Sega
yeah,
ones that usually had like the bomb ass memories.
because they were like they came out with a Time Crisis 4. Like they were like evolutions of things. But nowadays it's literally like, well, I mean, there's Mario Kart racing and there's Fruit Ninja and shit. And not that it's
Yeah.
bad.
I was just saying, a lot of them
Yeah.
are phone apps.
Yeah.
those aren't-
Optimized
Yeah,
for
And I-
like those
and
are
I-
the
bad
games
touch
we wanna play.
That's probably why arcades aren't what they were because everybody can play games on their phone now.
They have gotten
Yeah.
more creative though. I will
Is that-
give
no,
them
they
that.
are- yeah.
Have y'all ran into the Pong machines? The
Pong machines are
1v1v1v1.
cool. Yeah, the Pong machines are
No,
cool.
I've never seen
Pong, bro. That is
Right.
like it's like air technology that
It's like
they use
playing
with
air
a
hockey,
center.
but
It's
you're-
a
you're-
square, and there's only
Beer
one
pong.
pong ball, but everyone has their bar on the square sides, and 3 lives for everyone. Last man standing wins. It is a nicely constructed, like that's what I mean. And then the free for all hockey.
Yeah,
hockey
that's
thing.
I haven't played free for all hockey either.
Yeah, I
Free for
played the
hockey is
free-for-all
really
hockey.
fun, bro. It's intense.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You can really fucking
When it
make
works
up.
properly, but their machines. I guess I'm talking about Dave and Buster's too much. My bad.
I actually played it at Andretti's.
The machines always break down. Damn
Andretti's
it.
arcade area is actually pretty cool.
I haven't.
True.
I don't. I
It's
think
pretty solid.
I think I went there maybe like a year and a half ago, and then I remember even when I did went, we only played the VR machine that was up there, which is pretty cool.
VR
But I played with
is
some
cool.
people that were like, 2 of them were girls that didn't really like. They were just like, and I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to win, like
Grasp
help, like
the
I'm getting
concept,
eaten,
yeah.
like do something.
It doesn't help, bro. You can't go to an arcade and fuck around.
No, you can't, bro. I'd be serious, bro. Like, I don't, especially in video games. Especially, I think more so arcade video games because it's the fact that you're spending your direct money. Like,
Right.
you're gonna lose more than likely because like they're made for you to lose and continue to put money in the machine. But oh man, like
I'll lose to the game. I'm not losing to you.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Like that's the difference.
But even like y'all remember the Jurassic Park, the old Jurassic Park game where like you come in the thing, it was like you were in a Jeep.
Yeah,
and
that shit was life changing.
Shit with the T-Rex.
Scared my ass, bro. Scared my ass.
Because it was like that was the game you literally had to spend. I think you probably had to spend
rail shooters,
$2 to really actually beat the game because
you would die
Yeah.
and then you had to keep paying because you weren't getting out until you finished.
like because it wasn't like I said you could still be good at the game, but it still wasn't set up for you to win. It was still a whole experience. It was fun,
and you had to rely on the other person with you, so you had to be with somebody that you knew and trusted to have your back and be like, if I'm telling you to shoot over there, shoot
That's
over
why I
there.
said House of the Dead was all
House
about
of the
that. I
Dead
love House of the Dead.
Shout out to fucking EDC Las Vegas. They had like a whole section where they had like arcade games just like built. Like,
dude, that's lit.
With like just like plain grass field, and then you had like a bunch of like sand chairs or whatever, and then you just had the stage where they were just playing EDM music and stuff.
Dude, that's fucking amazing, bro.
If you ever get the chance, go to EDC when everything opens back up.
EDC.
Trying to go to Orlando. With,
Yes.
Stacy.
Dude,
Universal
and
Studios in Orlando is lit.
Yeah.
dude,
I love Universal.
also if you do have,
I
if we
love
do,
that
your shit does open back
Islands
up
of Adventure.
like properly here, I would hope they bring back Controllerize.
Yeah.
Controller is also really fun. I've
dope.
only
Dude.
been once, but the Controller was like really lit.
Nigga, man, I think you came.
I went with y'all, yeah.
Like, dude, they have. I've talked about this game and nobody knows about it so many times. I told Miles about it.
I
Power Stone?
represent everybody who doesn't. I didn't hear what y'all said. What was the name?
Controllerize.
Controllerize.
Yeah.
It's like a
what is
thing.
that?
Yeah, shout outs to
It's
Controllerize.
it's an arcade but with console games, and
and they go all the way
it's just like a
Not an
whole-
emulator.
No,
Some of them are emulators.
Some of them
but
are
still.
emulators, but some of them are also like jailbroken.
Yeah.
Where they just have all the games on on the
From
memory card and stuff.
Slick
But
all
then
the
they
way
also
back
have
from.
food. They also have
Yeah, it's a whole
dance
thing.
floor.
Yes, the dance
shops
floor is
and
huge.
stuff.
You
Like,
go outside
Yeah,
and smoke.
it's a
the
great
first
place.
time I went there, one of my friends was actually performing. Shout out to my dude Ryan out in California, and like he did a DJ set there, and he played our song that we have on Spotify and stuff, and it was really cool. Like, and then afterwards we played a whole bunch of games.
Plug this
Because they have. Yes, you have to plug this song. You don't have to plug this song. You do not want to.
You drawing a blank.
Ron Solo and Ron. I don't know. We have one song out. I forgot the name of the song.
Controllerize has they have a really big dance floor. They have multiple food places, and all the food places are not they're like a vegan place that makes vegan barbecue, or like a Japanese place that makes like genuine Japanese food in front of you. It's a bar, and then they have literally systems all the way from Nintendo 64
Dude, the
to
Super
current,
Smash
bro.
Bros gets so intense.
It does, bro. And you're random. It's literally a crowd of random. So you're literally playing Smash with 10 people or some shit like that. All y'all niggas on the screen. They have a Dreamcast emulator in there.
2 has Tony Hawk's
PS
Pro Skater. I was on that almost all night.
Nintendo 64.
They got a Wii there. They got
GoldenEye.
everything. GoldenEye.
They have literally all the games. Like PS2, PS3, PS4, all the systems and shit like that. And you can just hop in there and just chill. And then like I said, you go smoke outside. People just be showing up. We've seen Key there a couple of times. I don't know. Niggas is cool.
Rari pulled up.
The song is called Wanted, by the way.
Wanted.
There we go.
Ryan and Ron Solo. I don't even think we got to talk about the whole feelings thing. I also just wanted to add in the concept that as far as with men addressing their feelings, I feel like a lot of us are taught. It's all a part of the system of patriarchy that we're living in. But I think a lot of us are taught certain
We
things.
cause a lot of our own pain, our own stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think but it's also like I said, it's things that we are literally taught sometimes that is not okay. For example, I think within the concept that especially because women are the main ones affected by it, and it is not their fault. But within the same concept that it's okay, we want you guys to be more emotional and open and be able to understand us to do et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There are my mom was even like this, and she has apologized for it, or at least because I'm fine. Like I said, I'm very into research and doing things, but you're literally taught as a nigga you know, man the fuck up. Like, like I think one of the dudes said it on the thing. He was like, yo, we're taught like when like little girls cry, it's not even per se like stop. It's like, yo, it's okay. Like, you know, blah blah blah. You know, nigga, you scratch your leg. It's like, nigga, you know, stop crying.
Walk
nigga.
it off.
You're a man. You're a man. You'll be all right.
Man up,
so
you'll
like,
be
and
good.
you adopt that into your like. Into your psyche, especially as a kid.
Yeah.
Your mind, bro, as a kid is the most important time, bro, because your mind is truly, truly, truly a sponge. You absorb so much shit, things that you don't think about. I mean, you literally do not think about consciously. Like, and stuff like that is the thing. Like, I know that is one, I feel like there are certain things that would have been in my personality regardless, just because of the type of individual I am. Like, I say this all the time. I don't have no water in my chart, so all that crybaby shit, I don't even think, like, regardless if my mom or whoever was telling me, nigga, man the fuck up and stop crying, I think I probably would have done that anyways, because I just don't be crying. Like, it actually does aggravate me, regardless if it's male or female. It aggravates me when people be crying a lot. Like, if just niggas be crying.
My mom said I wasn't really a crier as a baby, but I would say, like, as I grew up, like, I don't know, I went through a lot of, like, fucked up shit. But, I don't know, I also went through that, like, man the fuck up mentality. And then, but I will salute my mom. Shout out to moms, because she also did come from a place of just like talking with me and sitting me down and being like, coming from just a place of understanding, but like, you know, like this has to happen this way, or like I did this because of this, and like I think that really did help me with like grounding me and like certain shit or why certain shit happened. And then just saying that, you know, it's okay to like feel bad sometimes.
Yeah, mine was the same. Like I didn't grow up being like, oh, like toughen up because you're a guy, you can't cry. My mom also said like I wasn't a baby that cried, or like a crier as a kid.
Yeah,
I probably cried more like in my recent adult life than I did as a child.
Yeah, same.
For multitude of reasons, but like the other thing is like patriarchy isn't just advanced by the men.
It's the whole society.
It's the whole society, and like that's my biggest problem with Twitter, and it's not just on this topic. It's literally any topic where people will come on Twitter acting like they know everything and be like, oh yeah, this is the reason for it, and you got to do this, without acknowledging everything. Like everybody plays a role in patriarchy, no matter who it's initiated by. There are plenty of mothers out there who tell their sons, you gotta man up, or you can't do this. And it's also different for black men than it is for other men in this society, because we already have a target on our back. So for black men, it doesn't even necessarily always come from a standpoint of, because you're a man, you gotta man up and you can't cry. It's, you can't show emotion because you're a black man and you already got a target on your back, and they're looking for any reason to get you down. So you have to be hardened and emotionless and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it comes out later, and you're like, now where they're like, oh no, you should be more emotional and open up and cry. And it's like, I literally don't know how. I was never taught how to do that.
Callie Uchis, respectfully, why do you be double cheeked up like that?
No, disrespectfully. I'm sick of disrespectfully. All right, I am staring disrespectfully. I'm gonna keep my hands to myself.
Like,
but I'm staring disrespectfully.
why is she double cheeked, bro?
It's a Wednesday after evening, bro.
Why she double cheeked?
The sun's still out.
Why she just be? Oh my god!
I saw her in concert. Man.
I would have cried.
Right before COVID happened.
Oh,
My last concert
Lucky
before
you.
COVID.
It was lovely.
We should probably do that as a topic.
Lucky
Last
fucking
concert
you,
before
bro.
COVID.
Yeah, bro, I love you so much, Kelly Uchis. But yeah, definitely. Like, and one thing I will say about like my mom, this is something so dope about, like, I don't know, kind of in that Attack on Titan way, like kind of passing on like memories from yourself to your kid, even though they don't even remember. Because I know my mom, of course, is infinite. Like, it goes back infinitely. I see my personality in my mom. My mom sees her personality in her mom. Her mom sees her personality in her parent, going back, and it's just so beautiful to see. But I feel like even within my own, like, my mom more so emotionally shut down during a certain time period. It wasn't like she was like, she was like, you need to man up, but like it wasn't. I don't think she was very. She didn't. It wasn't per se in the harmful way. Because I think my thing is like when I saw that a lot of things, like you said, Twitter. I did tell her this. I was like, dude, sometimes I literally even have to get on Twitter because I be remembering this is not actually what the whole entire world be thinking. Sometimes it's just niggas. This small percentage of people
Always
on the
remember,
internet.
only 20% of the Earth's population is on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean that's still a lot of people. That's pretty decent. But still, and you don't even know that whole 20% because that whole 20% is not even all 20% Americans. This is niggas all over the fucking population, all over the planet. So
20% of like 7.9 billion people.
So like I think after a moment I stopped and I was like, oh dude, that's right. And this isn't everybody, and this isn't per se exactly talking to me, but there are certain, because I'll be like, I don't know, my mom just kind of taught me certain things and taught me a certain way to where like she did say this. She was like, so I'm even if I do send you off with your dad, who is for all intents and purposes it's not a very good dad. I've said this so many different times. He'd be a pretty solid uncle, maybe. I probably wouldn't let my kids hang around if my dad was my kid's uncle, I probably wouldn't let them hang around my dad either. So I don't even know about that statement. But like because my mom built a fortress around my brain and around my being in a way. She was never concerned about sending me off to certain places or being around certain people, because she'd be like, okay,
you can handle yourself.
Yeah, and he'll be like, oh no, this is actually not right, or oh no, this is actually kind of strange or kind of weird. Like even now, like I'd be in the car with my dad sometimes. He'd be having niggas with him, and I'd be like, dude, they just be talking about shit. I'd be like, that's actually disgusting. Like that is literally actually disgusting, and I don't even want to hear this. I'm going to put my headphones in. Like, or, I don't know. Like
I'd say for me, it was pretty funny how my mom and dad had differences in how to pretty much put me together. You know, as a middle child, it was sort of trying not to be the black sheep, but you really were. And you really kind of, you were up until a certain age. For me, it probably was around 18. But anyway, my mom was like, she had a loose mentality on how to take care of us. Like, accept the mistakes because they're going to happen as long as you know you have some sort of discipline on that. My dad, he was the one that was like, yo, your mom ain't doing y'all right. I want to make sure y'all know how to act right, because when you don't get your way, you better stop crying. And the thing was, I was a crybaby. So that crybaby mentality, my dad kept me in line, because he would always ask me, like, why are you crying? This is like when I was like young. I was like, I don't know. And he would probably say, it's because you ain't getting your way. I'm about to, and you know.
And you know what? I think I say this about a lot of areas. I feel like a lot of areas were actually crybabies when we were like younger, and then because it was the same.
It was ill. It's ill when I look back at it, but you know what I mean.
Because I think my thing is like, because my mom doesn't know this about me. She would be like, bro, like if it doesn't make sense to you, then it doesn't make sense to you. Like you're not gonna budge. And my thing was like, I'd either. Most times I was crying was because I was angry about something and shit just wasn't making sense to me. Like, I mean, mad. But I would literally, niggas would think I'd be crying because I was sad, and I'd be like, bro, I hate crying and I cannot hold back the tears, but I'm literally angry right now. I remember one day I cried because like it was something just as simple as I made sure that I kept all of my markers in my fucking box because I was getting in the drawing and shit at the time. And I think somewhere along the lines, my teacher took my blue and my yellow markers, and I knew they were mine, and he wasn't fucking giving them back, and I was really angry about it. I started crying, and they were like, nigga, you over here crying about some markers? I was like, bro, y'all niggas do not get it. It's not, I know they're my markers, and he's not, like, they're my, this nigga just randomly has a yellow and a blue marker? Like, that doesn't make any sense. They're the only two I'm missing. Like, and he won't give them back. I'm not crying because I can go get some more markers. Like, but it's more so like, nigga, that's not fair. It's the principle. This shit not fair.
This nigga stole.
Yes, like, and then nobody's listening to me because I'm fucking 8 years old and this nigga's fucking 39. Like, what?
It's like that dude going around on Twitter of Boo. She's crying and they keep putting her in different places.
Oh my god!
You can literally
bro.
say when niggas take Mako's marker.
Yes, bro. Like, bro, the one where she's fucking riding around in the fucking in the car is like niggas keep repurposing that, and it's so fucking excellent, bro. All right, do we have any?
That's crazy.
We got to get into. There's a couple things that we can get into.
We can come over one of. Let's talk about also.
There's
definitely been times where like I've been in a fight and it's like I'm not trying to cry, but I just start crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my first fight in like 5th grade. it wasn't even like a real fight, but it was everything that built up to the fight. It was a lot of shit. And then we were in the line to go to the bathroom, and the dudes in the class were doing the rubber band with paper thing, and I just caught a stray, like in the back of my neck. And I was already kind of like getting to an emotional level, but I'm a Scorpio, so it's a certain point where I can hold it because I don't want to blow up.
Yeah.
And then I just blow up, and I just turned around and instantly started swinging on whoever was behind me because I knew they were the ones who were doing it. And like the teacher, like one of the teachers came and like grabbed us both by the wrist and drug us to the principal's office.
Yeah.
And when we got back to class, everybody was like, "Bro, why did you start crying?" I was like, "I was crying." They're like, "Yeah, bro, you were sad. Like you were the only one who got ticked." And I was like, "I was crying." I was like, "I did not notice that I was crying." I was like, "I was probably just that upset that there were tears flowing from my face." But I was. They're like, "Bro, were you sad?" I was like, "No, I was seeing red, but I wasn't sad."
It's the principle.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
All right, man. Let's talk
I'm
about
gonna have
it.
to beat your ass.
This all-star break. Oh my
All
gosh.
right, man. Let's get into these fucking. Let's get into this basketball weekend here in Atlanta. So
Atlanta's about to go crazy,
I'm
isn't it?
debating on what I'm gonna do.
Bro, who's gonna be worse, like Atlanta or Texas?
Texas. Atlanta's just the weekend. Atlanta's been open. Texas is about to flood. See, that's the thing, and this is why the numbers are probably different here. It's because Atlanta been open. So like, you know, whatever's going on is going on. Here. Texas is just like, we're opening now. So like,
All my exes live in Texas.
Dude,
All my exes live in Texas, like I'm George Strait.
Yeah.
And they go to Georgia State where tuition is handled by the nigga that live in Atlanta.
like I hope everybody's okay in Texas because that sounds crazy. But as far as it goes with All-Star Weekend here, yo, Ron dropped this list of like,
Oh yeah, I got it.
niggas
I saw it on Instagram.
Oh my
Please
god.
There are
announce.
so many.
Oh, you want to go?
artists.
All right.
It's
So,
niggas that like some niggas
that are supposed to be
interesting.
Don't come
interesting.
here.
First
Why
off-
are you coming?
Oh,
Why
I'm
your
sorry,
mask
I'm
y'all
sorry,
be
I'm sorry.
alright?
I'm so sorry. I might have to go to the grand reopening of Onyx because I didn't even know that was opening again.
Ooh.
I told. Were y'all here last week when I was talking about the fucking strip clubs and shit?
They are reopening.
Onyx is apparently reopening.
Like
It
P-Valley
closed.
shit right there, huh?
Onyx. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna hold you.
That sounds
I'm
like
not-
some P-Valley shit. I watched a little of that show.
P-Valley?
Yeah, I watched that show.
No, I don't
Bro,
know.
it's on Stars, bro. It's on
that the one?
Stars.
Oh, it's on Stars.
Nah, it's actually pretty lit ass strip
Oh,
bar
I
show.
have heard of it. I have
Yeah,
heard of it.
yeah. They're I can't tell you anything, but go ahead.
But yeah, no. When I was telling you about the strip club with the girls and the flying off the ceiling and the one that was crawling like a spider, all that happened at Onyx. That was my dad's actually favorite strip club. I'm not gonna shout out to my dad, but that was my dad's favorite strip club. But let's go down some of these.
So yeah,
We-
Tory Lanez
it's
will
starting
be
off.
Oh
on
no!
Thursday.
starting off tomorrow or Thursday.
Someone's gonna have to record that.
This will come out after all this stuff goes down. So I hope when y'all hear this, I hope y'all were safe.
Oh, and by
Double
the way,
mask
also
up, wear gloves.
KN95 mask.
my mom told me a lot of these niggas got sanctioned, so I don't know how many of these are still going, but continue. Somebody
Tory
just snitched
Lanez
on
will be at
everybody.
Medusa. There's the grand reopening of Onyx. Bobby Shmurda and 50 Cent will be at Compound. Let's see who else we got.
Free man.
Lil Durk and Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog, will be at Cosmopolitan.
Lil
Lounge.
Durk has no bad features.
Durkio has no bad features.
No bad features.
Fabulous is still
That's what I'm saying.
Fabulous is still around. He'll be at Republic with Toy
Nostalgia.
Leary.
Some of these niggas, I'm like, y'all got who?
Thugger
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
will be out here. Ricky Rose,
AKA Six.
Mulatto, I guess, if y'all into that.
Oh shit.
Bobby
Bobby
Shmurda.
Shmurda's out all weekend.
Bobby
You feel
Shmurda
me?
and Meek Mill.
Meek Millie
At
at the Dome. They're performing.
Oh my god.
Lil Baby and Moneybagg Yo on Saturday will be at Compound, or we'll have. I'm gonna use these in past tense because by the time y'all hear this, this will have already happened. Durkio will have performed at Paparazzi. Oh wait, hold up, wait a
My
minute.
boy Future Hendrix and Lil Durk.
At Oak. You know what? All right. I know you said going to Onyx. My homeboy works at Oak, so I might have.
That's what I'm saying. You might have to double mask
I might
up.
have to. You know what I
You
mean?
might have to slide in there like one of them 1980s plague
Check us out
doctors,
there,
boy.
We might get this podcast up early, man.
We might
Check
get
us
it
out
up
there.
early. If you get me, you know, I'm just saying. You got
Boy,
Jeezy and 2 Chainz at King of Diamonds.
on.
You know,
Oh,
my
man, you
my
can't-
homeboy be at King of Diamonds. You know, I might. City
It's
Girls.
looking-
Trina and Trick Daddy gonna be. Ooh,
That's what I'm saying. They're pulling out all the tricks.
Gucci gonna be an
Put that
opium
nigga
during
in the
the day. Oh man, Ari the Don.
After the weekend is
Oh
over.
my
Hurry
god.
up, man. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Let's talk
Lil
about
Baby and Durkee are performing at the Dome on Sunday.
Future and Kodak.
Future and-
at
that-
the
oh,
club.
man, that's-
It's over.
I'm not going out that night. No, bro, because all the hoes gonna be out for Future, and then they gonna get shot by Kodak.
Bruh,
I'm not going out that
You
night.
gotta see Kodak, bro. You gotta see Kodak.
Kodak changed, bro.
Kodak,
Changed,
any
Wait,
like
no,
thinner
there's
now?
somebody on here that was not mentioned that I see.
Medusa.
Isn't he thinner now?
That I
Yeah,
see.
he is thinner now.
Let me see.
NBA YoungBoys event got postponed.
I'm so sorry.
That's smart.
Where is this? At?
DMX,
That's
hold
what I
up.
was like.
Hold up.
DMX. That's what I saw. Y'all niggas got
And
it.
DMX are gonna
Fuck
be
them
at
other
the
niggas.
Sweet
Whatever.
Lounge.
For my nigga. No, we might have
It's contagious.
to. Yo,
Contagious.
Like,
we might have to slide out this bitch.
oh my god.
Oh
They
my
too
god! When is DMX? One more time.
DMX will have been at Sweet Lounge Saturday night, 3-6.
I'm about to get ready now.
3-6
man.
Mafia?
No.
No.
March
Let
6th.
me get ready now. I can already.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not.
I'm
gonna
just
hold
telling you, bro. It's Rick Ross, City Girls, Trina, and Trick Daddy.
you. Like,
Like that.
Anyways,
I hate COVID, bro. I would so go to that. That seems.
I might have.
That
to.
seems like that would be the best
Like,
thing ever,
'cause
bro.
One thing I will say, my dad is pretty excellent at. My dad will just be, bro. My dad knows all the niggas that do these things, so he'll literally be like, "All right, bro. Ron came to this for my dad's birthday. He get like." I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten spoiled. I only go to the club now if there's
Yeah.
a section involved.
Yeah.
It has to
I'm
be a section
only
involved.
pulling up
Yeah.
if I have a section.
Yeah, I'm only pulling up.
I'm not.
And my dad would do that. My dad would get his section, and then my dad and his friends would get like 3 sections, like back to back to back, and just fill them up with like liquor and fucking like. My dad does not even smoke, and he's the type of nigga. It's one of the things that I hate about my dad. He's one of them dudes. That's like he just likes to showboat and show off.
Mm-hmm.
So his thing is like he'll be like, all right. Yeah, you can pull up, but yeah, you and your friends can pull up. Not saying he doesn't want me to actually have a good time, but I think it's more so along the lines of like, yeah, get people to pull up so you can show people how good you have it and how fly I am. He'll do shit like now I'm in there with him and he's like, yeah, this is my son. Now, any other time, he's not telling these people who actually do have money and do things, yeah, my son has a podcast, my son has music. My dad knows people. Like when I say like,
put me on.
my dad is literally like me and him casually riding. Oh yeah, I used to go bowling with like Kanye, Mary J. Blige and shit. He has pictures of this shit. Like my dad really does know people. A lot of the times he's in the position that he's in, not saying he doesn't have worth, but he knows people that just do things. So like we're in the section with niggas, and he's like, yeah, this is my son, and now I want y'all to see how good I have it. So I'm gonna get a 3.5 and give Jay. Like the whole 3, my dad don't know what the fuck weed is, bro. Last time we were at the club, me and Ron were like, I was like, I'm not gonna ask one of these niggas could I hit their blunt because I mean I feel like it should be customary, but granted they don't know me. Randomly, my dad is like, hey, you want some weed? Of course I want some. No, he didn't even ask if I wanted some weed. He was like, come here, and he just handed me a fat ass nug. I was like, is this Za? Oh yeah, because he wants people to see me living good, so it can be a good reflection on him. So like, I mean, all that shit is negative. Positive though, I did get fucked up. Every time I go out with my dad, I get fucked up, bro. I think I threw up that night. We came back, bro. I don't know how we made it home. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna hold you, Ron. I was drunk. I remember you know when I could tell I was super drunk? I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh damn, my shirt was this way. Something else was this way. You could see my fucking shorts. I normally wear shorts under my jeans or something like that. You could see my shorts. I was like, oh damn. And I was like, yeah, I'm fucked up. It's time to go, man. Time to go. Like, yeah, I don't really care. Other than situations like that though, I don't care to go to clubs. But this weekend is looking like it might be up and stuck simultaneously. The Migos gonna be out.
This weekend is looking like a rise in COVID cases.
It is like 3 though, because like I said, it's Atlanta. So, well, no, it's gonna be a rise for everywhere else because once niggas leave from here,
Oh yeah, niggas are like going back to where they're from.
Yeah.
So like that's where it'll really.
Atlanta's gonna be ground zero.
Right.
So I would not encourage.
A lot of stolen goods from cars and broken
Yes.
windows. A lot of boots. Atlanta's gonna make a
shit
lot of
up.
money this weekend.
It is. Look, man,
It
I'm
is.
gonna let y'all. I'm just gonna say, don't go to the clubs unless you have a section. But other than that, don't go to the clubs because I don't know if you like.
like I could only accept you catching COVID if you caught it in a section at the club. If you were just a regular civilian walking around with the regular the casual having to stand up and not having a place to sit,
never be a casual,
and you caught COVID, I'd be like, damn, you suck, bro.
Never be a casual.
At least be holding a bottle of Ace of Spades and some shit like that. Like do some be up, stand on somebody's.
Be up,
bro.
Yeah, that's
hold up the money phone. Do something.
Hold a bottle of Remy.
Hold a bottle of Remy on a nigga's couch or some shit like that and catch it. Catch it like a fucking man. Yeah. There we go. Wrap it all back around. Catch it like a fucking man. Alright, man. We do love y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in when y'all tune in, man. It's been the fucking Michael Jordan 23 episode of the fucking Shark Stream, man. We love y'all.
And Gallagher reigns supreme, apparently, but you know.
Yes, man.
Doing this every week from now on.
Oh, damn, LeBron is also 23. You think the narrative's ever gonna change? Find out next week. Will the narrative ever change?
Will the narrative ever change? Find out next week on Shark
Stream.
I'm doing this every week
Take
now.
it easy.
Follow us on the socials. Instagram.com/UsSharkStream.
Follow.
Twitter.com/UsSharkStream. Links in the bio. Come talk your shit.
Black Lives
Also,
Matter.
our total plays jumped up like 15.
Dude, yes.
Like overnight. So shout out to those people.
If
who
you listening,
either caught
I love
up
you.
or whatever.
Shout
we
out
love
to
you
our
guys.
niggas.
Shout out to
Hey,
my Wu-Tang.
streaming all over the world. Shout out to the niggas in
Shout out to
Lithuania,
baby.
aka Lithuania,
Lithuania.
across the pond in England,
Gang,
up
England.
north in Canada.
Canada.
We got folks down
then-
under in Australia, you feel me? We streaming all over the
Bobby.
world.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, on the Barbie, you feel me? Niggas fighting snakes and spiders and tuning into a shark stream.
I think we got a nigga in Russia. Oh, the
Oh yeah, we got the homies.
Comrades.
We got the comrades in Russia, you feel me?
I love you.
We worldwide.
We
now,
out
baby.
here, man,
And we out here.
worldwide.
We love y'all. We're gonna keep
to
growing.
all
We're gonna keep growing, man. Black Lives
Black
Matter.
lives still matter.
In
In
SARS.
SARS.
Love y'all.
All right.
ATL, ho.